Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of heckin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Voyager class Rhinox. Before we start anything, I woke up this morning, I went to my computer, went to check some things on YouTube, and we have hit the 100 subscriber milestone. I am humbled beyond words. I do not know the words to put to articulate how grateful I am for you guys, and the fact that 100 of you have found it interesting enough to follow a autistic nerd reviewing toys in his basement. I am astounded that we've gotten this far, and I will talk a little bit more how we're going to celebrate at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get to the toy. And yeah, this is Rhinox as he appears in the Rise of the Beast movie. You'll notice one thing I want to say off the bat. In the original renders for the figure, there was a lot more of this really nice bronzish paint on him. But this is more how he appeared in the movie. I think that they were able to sort of repaint this to make it look more like it was in the movie. But I do kind of miss that color. And the one thing you might notice when we get into the review, he does have a bit of a case of the pops, meaning a lot of stuff likes to fall off of him. And right off the bat, I will admit, I do have a break. It actually happened earlier today when I was getting reacquainted with the figure because I haven't played with this in a little bit. And one of the arms got stuck during transformation, and when I was finally able to get it out, one of the pegs fell off, which is unfortunate, but it's all right. The figure's still pretty decent. But first of all, we will go ahead and give you the customary look at Lay Noggin. And it's a decent noggin. I do like it. Wish there was more paint. That's going to be a theme on this figure. I wish there was more paint on this figure, especially when we get to beast mode. You will notice he is armed with his spiky hammer. It is a very nice hammer. He do have the hammer time. But going into articulation, the head really does not move all that much, just because of the kibble around his head, which is unfortunate. Arms do a full 360. If you take, see, there you go, there's the first pop. If you take them sort of out of their sockets, and there's the second pop, take a shot for each pop. You can get a backwards butterfly joint, but that is strictly for transformation. Bend at the elbow. He does have some wrist articulation, but that is very much for transformation. And does have a waist swivel, but unfortunately some of the kibble does get in the way if you don't have the tail upright. But he can do a full 360, can do the splits, can kick back that far and forward that far. A pretty deep bend at the knee, and you do have a little bit of toe articulation. So, decently posable, I suppose. But I think my main complaint about the robot mode is this figure in general is it looks pretty plain. I get that he's a gray African rhino, but at least I think it's an African rhino. It might be another kind of rhino. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just kind of plain. That's my main problem with the figure, is it is very plain. So going into transformation, we will take the hammer out of his hand, turn the fists 180. Then we're going to come in here and open up this, turn that around, and then snap that closed. Same on the other side. Open up that panel, swing that around, close that up. Then we're just going to open up these two panels. So open up his abs, and then just fold that down and fold that like that. And then first, you then close the two side panels, and you'll notice they'll just clip in there. And then you close that panel like that. Next, we're going to come to the back of the figure, open up his back, fold out the rhino head, fold in these spikes, open up this little neck piece, like so, then come to the head, or the top of the head, and open that and fold out his horn. Then we're just going to take this whole back piece, that'll close up, and then this, I don't know how well you can tell, there's a little peg there and a little slot there, and that will just rest in there. Then we'll take as the shoulder pad, take a shot especially for the shoulder pads, because these shoulder pads do not like to stay on. So we'll just fold this armature in like that, slide the what were the arms and now are the front legs, like that. Then for the back legs, you're gonna come and push these in until you hear them click. Then just fold them down like that. There's really not a lot of leg transformation. And then we'll just take this panel and fold it down, and that will snap into place. And there you go. There you have Rhinox in his Rhino mode. And you can store the hammer by folding up like that and then slapping that on there, and it kind of looks like a back-mounted rocket launcher, which I say looks kind of cool. Not a ton of articulation. Again, my biggest complaint with the figure in general is just how plain it is. There is also a lot of kibble and bits on this one, and I get it, it's a Beast figure. I'm more lenient with Beast figures because it's not like it's a symmetrical car that it's turning into, it's a giant beast that it's turning into. So kibble tolerance is a little higher for Beast modes, but you can tell there's just a lot of gaps and a lot of kibble. It's okay. It's a decent Rhino mode. Looks fairly similar to what we saw on screen. The mouth does open. And yeah, really not much to say about the Rhino mode. It is a Rhino mode. Mode is Rhino. Rhino is mode. So we'll go ahead and get him back into robot mode, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on the figure. So first, we'll rate the camera up just a little bit. Stand up the figure, and then just unclip these two leg panels. Fold this piece, or take this piece, snap it up, and just fold that, and it will snap into place. And we can come to the front and unpeg the Rhino, or the front legs of the Rhino mode, like that. Then we're going to come to the back of the figure, unpeg the head, open up that, and slide. Now you want to make sure, or fold this neck piece first. You just want to make sure that the horn lines up and doesn't come out from under the neck, or else the head will not snap in. And we'll fold out these spikes. Make sure the head is folded all the way forward and snap up the back. Then we will come to the chest, fold this down, open the abs, and just fold up the chest and fold it up over the arms like so. Then close up the abs. Then we'll come to the hands, or what are the hooves right now. Open up that panel, slide that around, snap that. Sometimes a little easier said than done. Like that, turn the fist around. Same on the other side. Open that panel. I said open the panel. Open the panel. Thank you. Turn that around. Snap the panel closed. Turn the arms around. Oh, I had the fist the wrong way. Just turn the arms around first. Then you can position the fists. Pop back on his shoulder panel. Then we will give him lay hammer. So, and there you go. There he is back in his robot mode. Final thoughts on the figure. It's okay. This is definitely my least favorite of the four Maximals. It's just really plain. And I know all the brown on the figure wasn't screen accurate, but I just feel like it would look a lot better with the paint scheme from the original product shots than it really does here, because it just feels really plain. But definitely pick this guy up if you want to have the Maximals. If you're going to get Optimus Primal, you need his fellow Maximals. They all look great together, and I'll probably show you how good they look together when we do Optimus in another, not this week, or not next Monday, but the Monday after. So if you want all the Maximals, definitely pick him up. Otherwise, it's as preference. But yeah, there you go. There is Rhinox from the Rise of the Beast line from Studio Series. I'm asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. For the 100 subscriber celebration, and we're also going to roll the 10K views celebration into that as well. Within the next couple weeks, I am going to schedule a Five Nights at Freddy's stream. If you've watched some of my other videos, you would know that Five Nights at Freddy's is my own special, personal, and unique hell. Those games scare the crap out of me, and my scared reactions will probably make for good viewage. So that will be scheduled for the next couple weeks, probably more towards the beginning of next month. Yeah, that's what the celebration is going to be. I am also beginning work on the Discord server so you guys can interact with me a bit more. Once I set up the Discord server, I will absolutely be in voice chat as much as I can. I will probably set up times for me to be in voice chat so you can come and say hello. I will absolutely game with you guys. I want to get to know my audience a little bit more, and that's going to be a really good way to do it. Also, if you have any questions that you would like answered during the live stream, I might do a little bit of a Q&A. Leave them in really the comments of any of my videos going forward until that stream, and I will collect them and answer them for you. Please keep it PG-13, okay? No really raunchy questions, please. I'm trying to keep this channel, even though it is marked not for kids, I'm trying to keep this channel at least at a PG-13 because, again, I am looking for a job. So, yeah, remember, growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional, be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind, and I will see you next time.